What's up everybody, Phil Blackman with BarBend.com, and today we are going to cover the 8 strangest World's Strongest Man events. If you want to learn anything about the World's Strongest Man, the events that take place at that competition, or the event's history, just head over to Google, type in World's Strongest Man BarBend. All of that content is going to come up. If you want to be a little bit more specific, World's Strongest Man history BarBend into Google, and that specific information will come up. You're not going to want to miss out. There is a lot of rich history to this competition and in the sport of strongman, and we're going to get into it today with the 8 strangest events to ever happen. Number 1, Franco and the refrigerator. The first World's Strongest Man contest in 1977 was a strange competition of bodybuilders, powerlifters, and even a martial artist. Strongman was not yet a sport, so to speak, so the inaugural show was a testing ground for new ideas and challenges. Competing in that year's contest was Franco Columbu. Better known for his bodybuilding successes, Columbu was an incredibly strong man in his own right, but that did little to save him during the event. Roughly 10 seconds into the race against Bob Young, Franco's knees buckled underneath him. Franco broke his leg in one of the worst strongman injuries ever caught on film. It was an early warning that spectacle needed to be combined with safety. Number 2, Kaz and the girl squat. The refrigerator race seemed like a good idea on paper, but it proved problematic in real time. The girl squat, which debuted at the 1980 World's Strongest Man, was just plain odd. Seeking to bring some glamour to the event, organizers brought in Playboy girls to act as the weights during the year's squat lift. The strange marketing idea then collided with Bill Kazmaier. Kazmaier, a 3-time World's Strongest Man winner, logged his first ever win at that year's contest. More than that, Kazmaier dominated it, scoring 102.5 points to his runner-up Lars Hedlund's 74. Number 3, sumo wrestling. Often included in well-known World's Strongest Man events is the sumo wrestling challenge between contestants. Many of the contestants struggled to balance the athleticism and strength needed to excel in the event. The only shining light was the seriousness with which Kaz took an admittedly comical-looking event. Check it out. Number 4, the cheddar cheese deadlift. 1983 was the first contest to feature the Icelandic strongman John Paul Sigmarsson, who won in 1984, 86, 88, and 90. Sigmarsson used every event to remind fans of his Viking blood and right to that year's title. Sigmarsson's confidence even extended to the cheese deadlift, which was a partial deadlift loaded with blocks of cheese. Weighing in at 525 kilograms or 1,157 pounds, this event was equal parts challenging and delicious. Number 5, the Strongman Sledge Ride. Held in Sweden and won by Sigmarsson, the 1984 World's Strongest Man contest sought to make use of local customs and the local weather to test athletes. Outmatching all of the events was the Sled Push. Athletes pushed heavy sledges loaded with passengers in the snow for time. The strongmen absolutely launched the sledges and the passengers into the snowbanks. Attempting to win his second World's Strongest Man title, British strongman Jeff Caves won the event with a time of 16.9 seconds. Even better, he managed to do it without injuring a single person. Number 6, the strongman sausage hold. Athletes were required to hold a bar weighed down by 56 pounds of local salami, at shoulder height with arms straight out. The entire contest revolved around Kazmaier versus Sigmarsson. Referee David Webster disqualified Kaz for not keeping his arms straight. British strongman Jamie Reeves won the forward hold event, and Sigmarsson finished as that year's champion. Number 7, power and pole pushing. In Sun City, South Africa, contestants both took hold of the same large wooden pole and, through force alone, pushed their opponents out of the competition area. Unlike the sumo event, this was a far more competitive event. The only surprise, given the athletes' intensity, was that there weren't more injuries. Full credit must be given to Finland's Riku Kiri, who managed to defeat the competition in a grueling knockout format. And finally, of muscles and Murderball. Filled with 100 gallons of water, the Murderball was a large globe that World's Strongest Man contestants were forced to push against in the hope of forcing the ball into their opponent's half. Done on the sand, this event could legitimately be one of the most tiring events ever held at the World's Strongest Man. The Murderball never returned, making Flemming Rasmussen, the Danish strongman, the undisputed champion of the event. So in the past 2 decades, the professionalization of strength sports has meant that circus-style strength events has become rarer and rarer. While this is perhaps a better thing for the athlete's welfare, it means that we need to cherish the early World's Strongest Man contests, where it may inspire a generation later to challenge each other to a crucifix hold using gallons of milk. I'm Phil Bleckman for BarBend.com. Thanks for watching.
What's up? My name's Phil Bleckman. This is how I stand all day long, milk or not. Let's go. Psh, dairy? Milk? I put that in my cereal, I put that in my mac and cheese, and I put it on my opponent's head.